so funny.
Oh, we're being recorded?
Line or two of the song.
Are you singing the song?
No, not line.
I listened to occasionally, and I thought you meant hours.
I memorized my sitcom sequence or something.
Good evening, everyone. Obviously, we're in the Oak House, but this is the Ha Ha, put on by ESTV. ESTV is Elon Student Television. My name is Boulia. I am the events and marketing manager of Elon Student Television, and this is our student stand-up comedy night. And we have the amazing opportunity this evening to be supporting the Women's Resource Center in Alamance County. So, yeah. And so a certain section of profits tonight will be donated to the Alamance County Women's Resource Center. And we are so excited to be doing this on Giving Tuesday and be giving our student comedians an awesome opportunity to get to put their content out there for you guys to listen. So I'm going to be emceeing this evening and introducing our amazing comics. We ask you guys just give them the utmost respect, and we will be recording this event, so footage will be up later on all of our socials. Without further ado, I would love to introduce our first performer this evening, who is Grace Minton. Grace is a junior drama and theater studies arts administration major from Orlando. On campus, she's a music intern for Catholic Campus Ministry and vice president of Newarks. Grace Minton, everyone!
Hi. Hello? Okay. Hi. I'm here because I didn't get enough attention as a child. I don't just mean tonight, I mean like at Elon, pursuing a career in the performing arts and/or entertainment industries. But I started doing stand-up this summer. I started doing stand-up this summer, and I thought it would be really scary for me at first because I have social anxiety, but then I realized that's exactly why this is such a great opportunity for me, because I have so many opinions and I never get to express them because people talk over me. But now they have no choice. Here is an entire audience of people who are forced to listen to what I have to say for the next 6 to 8 minutes, whether they like it or not. People do weird things when they want attention. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting a bit too predictable, so I like to do something just a little bit unexpected to keep people on their toes, make them go, huh, I wonder what that is about. And not so extreme that it's like concerning though, although sometimes I do get an intrusive thought to like do something impulsive, but I'll actually get into that later. At least I can say I've never posted on my story like a black screen or a really blurry selfie with like a really cryptic caption. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. Like someone would go through a breakup in middle school and be like, don't hit me up, make the real ones know. So I can't say that for myself. But my need for attention comes in many forms, including the current career path that I'm on. And yes, performing gives me fulfillment and helps me express myself and brings me joy and all that other shit. But really, I just like when people clap for me. Thanks, guys. So I pick music and I sing at my church, which almost fulfills my need for constant validation, because no one is ready to appreciate you more than old Catholic people. They clap at the end of every single mass. My coworker is right there. You're not even supposed to do that. But even if I sound like actual horse shit, they will still come up to me and be like, thank you so much for your service. And I was singing the other week at church, and I had an intrusive thought. I just started thinking, wow, this microphone is really close to my face. I could scream at the top of my lungs, and it would just rupture everyone's eardrums. this is a lot of power. I didn't do that because I know now that that's mental illness. When I was younger and I'd get an intrusive thought, I would think it was the devil. I would just be hanging out with my grandmother and I'd be thinking, wow, I love my grandmother. She always has like 10 jars of candy in her house. And then this gremlin in my brain would say to me, what if she died? I'd be like, what? And then the gremlin would say, I don't know, man, you thought of that. You must want your grandmother to die. And then I would think that I was possessed by Satan, who is going to make me kill my grandmother, which is a lot of pressure to put on an 8-year-old. My last stand-up bit also had a dead grandmother joke, which is ironic because she's not. I forgot my transition. Oh yeah, speaking of intrusive thoughts, I'm pretty sure my voice teacher's a witch. I think they all are, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they can listen to you sing for like 30 seconds and be like, you know what you need is to lay down on the floor with a book on your chest. And that's gonna help you breathe. And in the 20 million times that I have sung Requiem from Dear Evan Hansen, I have not once been able to hit that high note. And you're gonna tell me to sing through my cheekbones, whatever the fuck that means. And that works? Either you just gaslit me into thinking I can hit that, or witchcraft. But I walk out of there totally transformed. Everything's really put into perspective. Like, everything in my life could be going to complete shit because of my extreme lack of time management skills, but I just hit a high F. And there is nothing better than when someone who's infinitely more talented than you compliments your voice, because I auditioned for a department show recently, and this girl that was in my audition group came up to me afterwards and told me that the timbres of my voice were really beautiful. And I was like, I have no idea what that means, but thank you so much, I built it myself. I didn't actually get cast in that, and that was really sad at first, but then I made peace with it because I sat down with myself and I realized I don't need validation from a department or anyone else to be proud of myself. I know that I'm talented because the old people at my church told me so. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. All right. Next up is Max White, a senior from... Max White is a senior from Lexington, Massachusetts. Max is the president of the Please Crap Improv Group, but more importantly, the winner of Bridge Elementary School's Perfect Attendance Award. Max White!
Thank you. Yes, I did win that award, but the mustache on my face, I feel like I should clarify that it wasn't recently. I feel like I can't be talking about small children with this going on. That would be a bad look. So that was back then, but I am trustworthy. I do, I pray. But I wanted to do stand-up since I was a youth, winning attendance awards and whatnot. And so much so that when I was writing my bit for this, I scrolled back down in my phone and I found stand-up jokes that I wrote when I was 13 years old. There was some gold, and I thought it'd be kind of full circle if I read some of them tonight, just to show where we've come from. So the first bit is a true fact. This is something that I still kind of grapple with today because it was so drilled into my mind. But when I was growing up, when my parents would leave for like a dinner date, or they would go out of town for the weekend, we would have a babysitter, and we would always get to pick a movie for me and my brother to watch. but it was never really much of a choice because we watched Mulan every single time. When in doubt, Mulan it out. That's what I grew up saying. You could take that home with you too. It's a great film. Which is a great film about a young Chinese girl who decides to dress as a man to fight in an army to defeat the Huns. If no one has seen it, such a great plot. And true. But my only problem with this movie was there was a scene where Eddie Murphy's little dragon character, they're sitting in this temple and he's talking about their ancestors, and the ancestors are all up on the walls. He's like, these are your ancestors, you must make them proud. And I watched that scene over and over and over again, and it drilled into my mind. I started to equate Chinese people with the word ancestors. And so when I would be around town, I was like, why are all of my ancestors here? This is crazy. We were doing a demographics thing in my middle school, and they were like, oh, like the layout of our town is like it's 5% white and all this stuff. And like we were going through pick class photos, and I was like, oh my God, so many of my ancestors in this class. And it led to a very difficult conversation with my teacher when I kept on saying that and writing it down, and they were like, no, that's wrong. And I know that now. So that was, I was 13 when I wrote that. The next one, which is even more absurd. When I was 13, I wrote this joke. And I don't want to do my past self shame, so I'm going to read it verbatim as I found it when I wrote this set. Here we go. The night my son was conceived. Dude. Okay. The night my son was conceived, I was out to dinner with my wife. Who? Okay. I was out to dinner with my wife, and I accidentally got mustard on my jeans. So when my son was born, he had yellow hair, and his name was Heinz. Dude, you were 13, dude. Why are you building a family? What's wrong with you? That's wrong. But I thought, what better place to tell that joke than at Oak House, you know? It has the perfect aesthetic. It's like, this is like the playpen for parents that are visiting. Like, this is the only place that I feel comfortable bringing my parents. Like, when I don't want to show them, like, fucking polys. This is safe. I can bring them here, and they can meet all the other parents, and it's nice. There's cork wall art. You don't see that anywhere else. No, I did try to bring the polys. I did try and do that. I brought them, we had dinner at the inn, and we walked all the way from the inn to Polly's. Such a long walk, and I was hyping it up so much. They took one look at the place and hightailed it. They walked all the way back to the inn, and it was cold. It was real cold. So an impressive walk. But I get it. I got catcalled at Polly's once. And not from like a friend of mine being funny or like a young woman. No, it was a very old, large man. It made me feel, it made me feel two things. The story goes like this. I walk up to Polly's feeling, pretty mid. I don't know how my chances are getting in. It's kind of like you wait in that line for so long. It feels like you're going to the promised land, and even when you get there, you don't know if you're getting in. So I hand my ID to the woman, and she looks at it, and the large man is kind of flanking her, just like playing like the door. I don't know. And she informs me that there was a private party, so I couldn't get in. So she hands me my ID back, and the large man goes, "Hey man, you got beautiful eyes." I was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I don't get compliments that often, so thank you." Felt really happy about that. Felt really great. I get my ID back. I say, "Thank you, no problem." And I turn to leave. And this is where he hits me with the kicker. I turn to leave, and he goes, "Got no ass, though." And it wasn't like he was like just stating it as a fact. It was like he was disappointed. He was like, oh, nice eyes, give me an ass. Ah, no ass. But what also concerned me, it was like he had plans. Like he was really hoping for that ass, and honestly, I think my lack of ass might have saved me that night. If I had ass, I don't know where I would be right now. So super thankful for that. Be aware of the burleys. Be aware of them. So stay safe out there. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Max. All right, everyone. Thank you so much we still have many performers to go, but I wanted to give y'all just a quick little second. Again, we are supporting the Women's Resource Center of Alamance County this evening. You will find a QR code up here, right up front, with a donation link, as well as on all of our socials. It's Elon Student TV on Instagram. And we'd love, in honor of Giving Tuesday, to raise some funding for that. So while you have a second, as we performers. But up next, our next performer, when I asked him to send me an introduction, sent me this list, typed in exactly this manner and exactly this order. Jesse Riback, Jr., Florida, head writer of Elon Tonight. Some of you may know him as J-Ribs. When pressed for a better bio, he insisted he wanted it to be kept short and sweet, just like himself. Jesse Riback!
How's everyone doing tonight? Come on! You know, no one ever asks the comedian how they're doing. I'm okay. I'm Jesse, but some of you around campus know me as J Ribs, comedy superstar, musician, prodigy, you know. No? I guess you're not my 19-monthly listeners. It's alright. I've been watching a lot of reality TV lately, unfortunately. And a lot of people say it's not like reality, but I tend to disagree. Have you seen My 600-Pound Life? You say you don't know anyone who's 600 pounds. Have you ever been to Food Line on a Saturday? Too Hot to Handle is also just like reality, especially the Fat Frog Bar and Grill. At the Fat Frog, there are a couple super hot people, and the rest are, well, sixes, like me. And the super hot people tend to themselves, they're on the dance floor doing God knows what, their hands, their feet, their elbows, I don't know, I don't get involved. And they leave us sixes with our right hands. No, I'm just kidding, I'm a lefty. I'm not looking for 10s, all right? I would be perfectly fine with a 9. Some might say I could be the 6 to your 9. Speaking about 69, talking about 69. You ever thought about dying in a car crash? Brutal. You walk in, nightly stroll, enjoying the beautiful neighborhood Elon has to offer, when you see a crash, a collision, a wreck. Horrible. Not funny at all. The car is flipped over on its back. You get closer, and there could be a mangled body. It's not funny, it's horrible. But over this gruesome scene, you hear something. You hear the radio playing. Oh, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. I know you want me, 'cause you're my baby, baby, baby. Thank you guys. Car manufacturers need to make a function that turns off the radio at any collision, crash, or impact, so something like this could never, ever happen again. Not only should it turn off, they should allow you to emit a song of your choosing. A death song, if you will. So now when you're at the car dealership, picking a car, going all through the brand new features, you can pick your death song. A song you possibly die to. And I've given this a lot of thought. I think I picked Yesterday by the Beatles, because my troubles were not so far away. So now in this scenario, just play along with me. I'm the mangled body in this car crash. possibly in the 69 position. Don't do Roadhead, it's not safe. Please don't. And since I picked the Beatles, I figure I should be able to hang out with them in the afterlife. And so I'm hanging out with John Lennon and George Harrison, the two dead Beatles, and we're shooting the shit, boys being boys, we're booling, talking about smoking a shit ton of cigarettes, beating wives. John Lennon did that. And that time, George tried to buy someone's daughter at an auction. That is also true. And this conversation, it got me thinking. I should pick an artist who's a role model citizen. Someone who's done no wrong, upstanding citizen. I should pick someone like R. Kelly. What's he done wrong? He made the soundtrack to the best children's movie of all time, Space Jam. I Believe I Could Fly, I Believe I Could Touch the Sky. That's R. Kelly. Oh wait, maybe R. Kelly isn't so great. So, help me, help J Ribs get more monthly listeners than R. Kelly and the Beatles. More than 19. R. Kelly, I don't know how many he has, but the Beatles have a lot. But I think we can do it. There's a lot of people here. Thanks everyone for showing up. I think we can do it. I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, Amazon, but not SoundCloud. I hate SoundCloud. If you don't know how to spell it, it's J as in G, he's funny, that's with a G. R as in really, really, really ridiculously funny. I as in insane how he's not getting paid to tell these jokes. B as in, boy, that was a knee slapper. And S as in slay. Guys, keep donating. Thank you all for coming. Have a wonderful night.
All right, thank you, Jesse. All right. All right, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us. Up next tonight, we have Kaitlyn Hannan, a junior here. Kaitlyn is a junior here at Elon studying cinema and television arts. Kaitlyn was born and raised right here in North Carolina. She popped right out of the womb at about 3 months before her due date, but has been late for everything, just about everything since. Kaitlyn Hannan, everyone!
Hey guys, thanks for coming out. First impressions of me, you may notice I am dressed like the most pretentious man you've ever met in your life. Either that or you're thinking, slay, bisexual queen. I'm sorry ladies, I'm not gay, I just look like it. I'm just afflicted with what I like to call dressing like the men you're attracted to disease, and it's incurable. Like, I looked into it, I'm stuck with this. And at this point, like, I'm a junior now, I know that this type of man is pretty insufferable. But I haven't found a solution to finding them so hot. So that's kind of given me a lot of material. So, over my time at Elon, I've got this fatal flaw that's brought me to this story I'm about to tell you. No date has topped this one as the most embarrassing one I've ever been on. But yeah, freshman year, I went to dinner with one of these dudes, and I was very naive. We went to Pandora's, and he was like, my favorite movie is The Wolf of Wall Street, and because I'm a film major, I was like, oh my god, me too. And then, but as the day went along, I caught on to some more red flags, and I was kind of like, okay, I'm not into this right now, but I didn't let him know that. I put on a good show, but that was a horrible mistake. But yeah, so like I made the decision during the dinner. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna kiss this guy at the end of it. I was like, yeah, treat myself to that, whatever. And like he had garlic knots, like that's a whole other thing, so I just wasn't really into that. But he walks me back to my apartment in Historic. I mean, not my apartment, my dorm, my little Sloan dorm. And we get to my door, and I think that's gonna be the end of it. You know, I'm like, sweet, got a free dinner, whatever. And then he says, oh, do you want to watch a movie? And again, naive film major, I'm like, well, I do like movies, so sure. And so yeah, we sit on my little twin bed, and we throw on this movie. And I need you guys to know, through this entire thing, I am stiff as a board. I look like this. He, on the other hand, is right next to me, like this. And like, at this point, I know if I turn my head even like the slightest bit this way, that he's gonna try and swoop in and kiss me. So, you know, like the movie's not even that good, but I might as well have had horse blinders on the way I was locked in. Like I was literally like, nothing can stop me from looking at this movie. And so, you know, we get like halfway through the film, and I'm like, replaying the date in my mind, as you do, you know, weighing the pros and cons, whatever. And I start thinking about it, going over it. I don't know if this guy tipped. Like, I really can't remember if he put a tip down. And so then I start freaking out, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm a terrible person. Like, I'm in bed with a guy who doesn't tip right now. How can I go back to Pandora's right now and give this woman her 20%? And so, like, that's all in the forefront of my mind. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And there's still that, like, little voice in the back of my head that's like, please don't kiss me, please don't kiss me, please, God, do not kiss me. And then, you guys, the worst thing that could possibly happen happens. The movie ends, and I have no other choice. Like, I have nothing else to look at. So I do one of those slow turns that, like, characters in a scary movie do when they realize the creature's behind them. I'm literally like... And we lock eyes. He grabs my chin, starts leaning in, and I do the only thing I could think to say in that moment. I'm not proud of this, but I go, wait, did you tip the waiter? So, safe to say he didn't want to kiss me after that. But thank you guys, you're doing a great job.
Of this evening. I want to thank you all again so much for joining us. This has been such a great turnout. This is the first haha we've had all semester. We are so excited to welcome our last performer. Arno is a sophomore studying outdoor education and psychology. An interesting fact about Adam is he owns 55 hats. Yes, 55 hats. You may think that's weird. It is weird. Please stop giving Adam hats. He doesn't have the space anymore. If you think you want Adam to get Adam a hat, he has to just give him the money instead. For our final performance, please give it up for Adam Arno!
It's 58 hats now. I wrote that on Friday. Stop it. I get it. I was easy to shop for gifts. Like, oh, he just wants a head covering? I can get him a head covering. There's so many head covering options. I don't have the space. I used to have a lovely wall of hats. It's covered. I have to put lesser used hats away. It's very unfair to those hats. No more hat jokes. Okay. Again, my name is Adam. If you can't tell by looking at me, I'm a camp counselor. Okay, it's a job. Yeah. You don't get paid. Hey, but I made it fun. The kids sucked. Like, I once made a person while I was there. Yeah, I'm pretty good if I don't say so myself. Like, it was easy. All I did is I went to a cabin and I said, hey, my name's Adam. And that was it. I went about my day. And then later, I saw that same cabin again. And look closely, because I did something very subtle. Gasp among the crowd. Hey, my name's Michael. I thought your name was Adam. Nope, that is my twin brother. He wears a hat on account of his misshapen head. Don't bring it up to him. He's very sensitive about it. And that was the end of line of questioning from these kids. Like, and I could have, left it there, gone about my day, let Michael fizzle out into the world. No. I put more effort into Michael than I did my actual job. And you just saw what I had to do. Like, my boss is actually here tonight for my job here. I promise you I put in about the same amount of effort. Please do not fire me. I need that $13 an hour. But so Michael was fun. But the thing is, I've been working at that camp for many years prior, and Michael shows up, and the kids liked him more than me. Yeah, like, they would make Michael friendship bracelets, and then when Adam would get caught wearing them, Michael was the hero in that situation. He was such a nice brother who gave Adam friendship bracelets because no one likes Adam. Those kids were mean, and I was mean to them as Michael, and it didn't work. Like, they would come up to Michael to complain about Adam. I had my hat off in the dining hall once, and a kid comes up to me, like, kind of sad. Michael, you never believe what Adam said to me. What did he say? He said he doesn't like me. And I would, get on their level, meet them where they are, and whatever. Well, maybe you should have made him a friendship bracelet. Michael was a great brother. He would always have my back. Michael's actually here tonight. Everyone give a round of applause. So Michael, thank you. If you just clap for Michael, you have the same attention span as a child. I fear for both your education, future careers, and your finals. So I grew up in a small town, and I'm Jewish. So obviously that means all my medical professionals are my dad's golfing buddies. Like, I realized this first with my pediatrician, because I just see him outside the doctor's office, like where he's not supposed to be. But it was fine until he would make small talk in weird situations. He'd be like, there we go, oopsies. He'd be like, maybe you should lay off your dad's brisket. And I'd be like, my parents are very much off right now. Please just tell me to cough. Like, dad's working on his golf swing, but not right now. I don't go to a pediatrician anymore. I go to a big boy doctor. I am a man. I have grown up, sorta. And so when I was transitioning to this doctor, my dad asked me, hey, do you want a doctor who understands your situation? So I had recently come out to him. Do you mean, do I want a gay doctor? He's like, no. I was like, no. He's like, no. One who understands, your situation. Sure, Dad, I'll have a gay doctor. And then he got me a fucking woman. And nothing against women in medicine. I'm sure she's very qualified. But I can't live out my doctor-patient fantasies with her. Sure, I'll bend over for the prostate exam, but I won't be happy about it. It could have been great. Yay, prostate exam. So, I learned, many medical professionals, that I'm allergic to dust, which is a dumb fucking allergy. I used to like antiquing, which is very white of me. Not anymore. There's a lot of dust there. It just means God hates me, personally. It doesn't even come with, superpowers. When you're allergic to peanuts, you have the power to ruin parties. We've all been there before. We signed up for the potluck, we have a group chat. And then Simon starts texting, hey guys, don't forget I'm allergic to peanuts. Hey, make sure not to put peanut butter in that. Hey, can we just make sure that Shut the fuck up, Simon! I was gonna bring Reese's peanut butter cups. I think if we didn't invent EpiPens, this solution would have solved itself. The problem would be over. I love Simon. great. His souffle is fun. He's kind of funny. But is Simon better than the delicious chocolate peanut butter combination that is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup? I do not think so. I did mention earlier that I am Jewish. People think we control the world. Trust me, we don't. We're way too busy. Have you ever tried planning something with one of us? So many holidays. Hey, do you want to get lunch next Tuesday? Oh, no, sorry, it's Tu B'Shvat. I have to go, worship a tree or something. We're on holiday. Ask your Jewish friends. There's 14% of us are here. Hey, okay, that's fine. How about, any day next week? Nope, that's Sukkot. I have to go dwell in a building and, repent, maybe. I don't know. Oh, that's fine. How about, Friday at sunset to, Saturday at sunset? Any of those times work for you? No, I'm actually specifically not busy, but I ain't getting lunch with you. But I wish we did control the world. Because I would make, Hollywood, I'm selfish. And I have some changes I would implement. So first, have you ever been driving home on a Sunday, and all you want is a chicken sandwich from your favorite Christian chicken sandwich establishment? First thing I do when I control the world is Chick-fil-A is open on Sunday. It would be closed Friday at sundown till Saturday at sundown, but it would be open in most of September. But it would be open on Sunday. Go get your chicken. Second change. It is November. I know it's towards the end of November. But let's talk about my birthday. It's in August. And you know what I don't need to hear on August 28th? Remember that date? I don't want a lot for Christmas. Christmas needs to stay in December. I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't have to laugh at that. I know I'm right. Mariah Carey can stay. Christmas would go back to being a month. I get it, we overstepped. Hanukkah's 8 days. It wasn't us, it was God. He made that oil last 8 nights. Whatever made Hanukkah 7 nights and Christmas 12 days, I'll work on that later, we'll figure it out. And then, so the third thing I would do is, Kanye? He would just, go back to being a rapper. I get it. He saw 21 Jump Street and was like, no one can say Christians are anti-Semitic because Jesus was Jew. Okay, Kanye, whatever works, just shut up. You can clap for that. I know I'm not. So I've said a lot of things and stuff and things. If I've offended anyone tonight, my name is Michael Arno. And thank you all for coming out tonight.
So much for coming out tonight. We've had such a great turnout. I see so many people in this really weirdly narrow building, and I am so glad y'all are here. Once again, we are fundraising tonight, but this has been the Ha Ha. Thank you so much.